Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I just came to give you guys some tea, like to spill some tea, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just like this. I don't feel like glamming up and all of that. I feel so tired. You know how this whole quarantine is going. So yeah, just by the title of this video, you should know what we'll be talking about today. Did I greet you guys? Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining us for the first time, you are welcome. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure to subscribe and help us grow together. Okay. All right, today I'm going to be talking about my worst date. My worst date. All right, so first, I don't know if it's just me. I'm not really, I've not really been into the whole relationship things. For the most part, today I'm in a distant relationship or like, yeah, something like that. So I don't really know what it feels like. I don't know what to expect. I just be there like, okay, let's just go. So, and of course, growing up, a lot of things are going to change, and then you started like meet new people and you want to start exploring stuff and all that. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying, guys? So basically I met this guy. I met this guy. So everything I'm going to say here is a disclaimer. It's just how I feel, right? Like literally like what happened plus how I feel about Nigerian men. I'm Nigerian. I love my Nigerian men like 101% and stuff like that. Like I don't literally see me getting married to someone outside the I don't want to like limit it to just Nigerians, but like say outside African race, like outside the African race basically. So but I feel like Nigerian men are so unromantic. Like forgive me guys, but I really think so. I've not met a lot of them, but I've heard a lot of stuff about them, and I met a couple and I could tell you like they are not romantic. Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, I just feel like they're not romantic, and it kind of like icks me, like because for me I'm that kind of person that sometimes I tend to hold back. Like I'm not really expressive, except I really get to like you, understand you, and all that good stuff. So if you are not romantic, you're gonna have me even more rigid, like so that's just how it feels, and that's just how it is for me, right? On this good day, I met this Nigerian guy. He's Igbo, precisely. And so he asked for my number. Of course, I was kind of like, skeptical about that. But like, he was like, oh, you're my African sister now. You're my African sister. What is there? You don't want to give me your number. You don't want to give me your number. And I said, okay, 510, da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da. And we exchanged numbers, and so we started texting, and of course he was like, oh, he's into this, he's into that. He's a little bit older, like you can literally tell like he's very much older than I am, but we were just going with the flow, right? So I was like, okay. He was telling me like I'm into this, and I did ask him questions like, you're not married, you never been married, you don't have no children and all that stuff, and he's like no, even though I do not believe him. So I was like, okay. And so along the line he started like telling me how much he liked me. Like he literally could tell like, oh shit, you're a good girl. I could literally tell like you're a good girl and I like you and all of that. And I said, oh, thank you. So he said, when do we get to meet next? Like, when do we see each other next? Like, you know how you guys do these things. And I say, I think about it. And he was like, let's meet. Like, so we could get to know each other and start something and all of that. And I was like, okay. So going through, we finally picked a date. Well, actually, I was very reluctant. So I asked my brothers, like, there's this guy that's talking to me. I don't know, like, if I should go out with him and stuff like that. And they were like, oh, girl, like, you are always locked up in this house. You don't go out. I don't see you hanging out with nobody. I don't see nobody coming to look for you. So you better go out. Like, you better go out. Like, that's, that was how they felt about the whole thing. And I said, okay. that's fine, let's go out. And I just checked, because then I didn't have my hair, you know, so I was like, what do I wear? What do I wear? You know, I just had to put up something together, of course. And let me tell you guys, I had a little knife in my bag just in case he's crazy. I was like, okay, just in case he's crazy. And I'll be like, self-defense, you know? So, I'm like, I have trust issues big time. So I was like, okay. So we went, we actually, he chose a restaurant, a nice place of course. So I drove down there, we got there, and he was like, hi, welcome. And now this is to the real thing. Okay, never been on a date before then, so I didn't know what to expect. I just knew for sure that we're going to be talking, right? Like, that's what I felt like it's going to be about, like talking over dinner, over lunch and stuff. So we got there, we ordered our food, he ordered his, and I did order mine. And we're sitting there, of course, I know we're going to be talking. He's going to be telling me about himself, I'm going to be telling him about myself, right? I was asking him questions and stuff. I don't know if you guys have, like, you know, we all have that notion about the Igbo men already, like how they talk a lot and stuff like that. Guys, if I tell you what this man did, you no go believe. You will not believe. Like, you know, we're just over there talking, and he's going to tell me he's into this and that, and he has like some people working for him back in Nigeria. Like, he was literally trying to sell himself as someone that's like very rich, that maybe that was going to like kind of like catch my attention or something. But you guys, that was just the beginning of, we're not going nowhere with this, in my head. Like, and he started talking about all of that. Oh, those guys work for me, I pay them this and this, I do this and that. And I was, you know, I just kept going. I could barely eat my food because he kept talking and kept talking and kept talking. Like, I could barely eat my food. Food is getting cold, and I was there, and he was just talking and spitting, and like he was just spitting everywhere. I was so I was holding it in like, okay, behave. And this dude kept going and kept going. And guys, we were talking, and then he was like telling me, oh, like if I need someone to help me send stuff to Nigeria, like he got me and stuff like that. Like, I'm not going to suffer. Like, he's going to take care of me and stuff like that. And like he has like 2 houses in Nigeria in 2 different like locations and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, so he's doing good. Like, the boys quarter of the other one is like in progress and stuff like that. He was telling me all this. I was like, and literally, this is me with my food saying, oh wow. Oh wow, that was literally me the whole damn time, because he literally didn't even give me chance to even say anything. He just kept going and going and going and going, and I was like, whew, someone come get this man, come. I'm so glad it's not even the corona time. Like, imagine all that spit on my face and my food, like, you know, Jesus Christ. So he just kept going, and I was so pissed. In my head I was just like, when do we fucking leave this place, like, you know? And then he was talking, and guys, right there and then I heard my phone beeping like plum 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 plum. I was like, who be texting me like this? Like, who's? And he was like, right in front of me. He's sitting right in front of me. He already told me he has houses and stuff. Guess what, guys? It was him texting me. Well, not texting me. He was sending me pictures of his houses in Nigeria. Like, who does that? Who, like, if you really needed to show me, you could just be like, oh yeah, see, you know, like, this is the house I'm talking about, like, oh, like, this is my beauty, you know? If anything, if you really needed to, of which you really didn't need to, you could have just showed me, and I'd be like, oh, nice, right? Like, he just was going and going, and he sent me like tons of pictures sitting right in front of him. Like, those are my houses. You see that I'm doing with, I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, it's, then I just couldn't hold it no more. I was like, it's getting late. I need to go home. And he was like, oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You didn't even eat your food. In my head, I was like, did you let me eat? Did you let me eat? Like, you were talking the whole damn time, spitting and everything. And I was like, okay. Can I get it to go pack, please? And of course, I wasn't going to eat that food because, like, I felt like half of his saliva was inside that food. So I wasn't going to eat it. But I didn't want to make him feel bad, like I left or wasted the food he bought for me. So I put it in a to-go pack. and we went outside, and he was like, oh, it was nice hanging out with you. I was like, oh yeah, same here, you know. Same here, with a fake smile. And you know, we finally like went our separate ways, and he was like, you know, I don't know if he saw my knife or something, but he sounded like he noticed I didn't trust him all the way. He was like, oh, you don't have to be scared around me, just feel free, like I'm not gonna hurt you and stuff like that. So that was kind of like sketchy, like why would he say that, you know? So I was just like, okay. But yeah, like guys, that was so horrible. Like, I don't know, I'm not really into storytelling, but like I just felt like I need to talk about this. And you guys, like, what was your worst date experience? What was your worst date experience? Right? Yeah, that's the right question. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section. Like, I really want to read them. I really want to be laughing, because like for me it was horrible. And since then I promised myself I was not gonna go out with nobody and stuff, but like actually I changed my mind on that. Don't take me serious. Yeah, so yeah, it is what it is. And so actually, let me tell you, so we left. He started texting me after then, like, so what's up? So like, we're dating now, like we're in a relationship. I was like, no sir, we are not in a relationship. Oh no, I need time, right? Because I'm that kind of person. I don't know how to like hit the nail on the head, because I don't want to make you feel bad, like, you know. I was like, no, like we're not dating, like what do you mean? So and stuff. And he would text me after then like a couple of times, and then I stopped replying and I just blocked his number. And back when I used to work at Walgreens, he came to Walgreens, like that was like a couple months later. And for me, I'm good with faces, so when I seen that face, I was like, I know this man. And coincidentally, it happened to be that I would be the one to check him out, like to ring his stuff and all that. So he came, put his stuff on my table. He was looking like, and I was like, hi, thank you, and welcome to Walgreens. How may I help you today? You know, you need help with everything and stuff. He was just looking at me. He was like, you don't recognize me? And I was like, no, where? Guys, I did recognize him, but of course I was like, where? Like, you know. He was like, you don't know this face? I said, no. He was like, And then guess what, guys? He stuck his head in his pocket, and I was like, what, you know, like, what is he trying to do? And then he brought out his card and dropped it on my table, like on my text. And he was like, you don't know this number? I'm like, in my head, I was like, sir, I don't know this big head. I don't know this big face. It's your number I'm gonna know, like, you know? And I was like, no, you know? I was really getting irritated at the time. And he was like, okay, well, you can keep this. That's his complimentary card. And I was like, okay, have a nice day. He left, and I just like straight in the trash, like, no sir. And another time I bumped into him again, we're at the club, and he goes like, hi, can I dance with you? And I say no, like, no, I'm here with my friend. No, like, you know, he was so annoying. Like, I'm very sure he knew I was the same person, but like I kept acting like I didn't know him and stuff like that. But like, it was so annoying. Like, that was the most horrible date I'd ever been on. And I felt like, yo, like, you don't need to, your money is not what everybody is looking for. You don't need to put out all those things. Like, that's not a trap for me. That for me, it's actually a deal breaker. If you're gonna be bragging about the stuff you have and stuff, if you think that would impress me, I'm sorry, because you just actually ruined the whole damn thing, because you just messed it up. Like, I'm not impressed. Actually, I'm even mad, you know, like, and stuff. I just feel like Nigerian men don't know how to do a lot of stuff. Like, you're dating some of them and they don't even know how to be calling and like texting, and they don't know how to do a lot of stuff. Like, just very weird. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think Nigerian men are not romantic, or, you know, or it's just me and the people I met or something? I don't know. And what's your worst date experience? Drop it in the comment section, guys. So today I just felt like it's just gonna be me time with you guys, you know. All right, stay safe, wash your hands, sanitize your hands as much as possible. All right, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and you can share, drop a comment, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you guys, and see you on my next video.